Obviously, Paige Becker's got all the talk coming in, rightfully so, coming from UConn, number one pick in the WNBA draft. And then Dominique Malonga, who's been more of a project so far in her early WNBA career, was the second biggest prospect, really. But it's who was picked right after those two that has shined the most, and that is the Washington Mystics rookies, both Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen. And we're going to get to the latter. I mean, Citron, I always thought her game would translate well to the pros because she plays fast, she plays well in space, she's versatile, kind of that prototypical swing player. But it's Iriafen who surprised me the most because, to be honest, I didn't really see this at USC. I heard her talked about in that respect, and it's not like she was bad. But even when Juju went out, I didn't, feel it when watching Iriafen in the NCAA tournament. But she's taken it to another level at the pros. Looks like the favorite for Rookie of the Year, at least at this moment, and has been an absolute beast. So when I said that, and I just randomly posted it online, it got a lot of response. Like, you could see there, this has 200,000 engagements or whatever. Kiki Iriafen has been so much better in the WNBA than she was at USC. And I had a whole bunch of people in the comments saying I was taking shots at Juju or Lindsey Gottlieb or the program, and really wasn't. I mean, there's always a myriad of reasons for this. In the NBA, it's happened a lot over the years where a player comes from college and is better at the pro level because in college, they're sort of overcoached a little bit or way within a system versus the game being wide open and their teammates being better at the pro level. Obviously, Juju Watkins is a player who has the ball a lot. So maybe as a result of that, Iriafen didn't find the rhythm. I'm not saying it's because Juju's a ball hog or anything like that. Just the nature of the composition of the squad and the team and the roles. Then there's also Lindsey Gottlieb. And, if I'm Lindsey Gottlieb, I'm making the case of, look, I'm developing pros. But at the same time, all these things go into a cocktail. And then there's Iriafen herself, her coach in the pros, Sidney Johnson, her teammates in the pros at the Washington Mystics. I can't tell you exactly why this has happened, but I'm not alone in the sentiment. So the reason I'm doing this really is because New York Liberty head coach Sandy Brondello said exactly the same thing essentially I said, which I was like, all right, I'm giving myself some credit. This video was taken by Kareem Copeland. This was before the Mystics and Liberty game.
Yeah, I've been really, really impressed with her game. To be quite honest. I think she probably may be a better pro than she was in college. I mean, just how the game, how it translates to this level. She's got this great physical, big body. She's got confidence. She has a lot of freedom to play. I think that's good for young players like that, but very skilled. Obviously, we've got some pretty experienced post players. That is a hard matchup for her, but she still was being aggressive and not backing down, and that shows a lot about a young player. But yeah, have been really impressed with her and Sonia, and I think I said last time it's a shame that Georgia's not healthy because it would have been nice to see her on board too.
So you see Iriafen going through Brianna Stewart in that game, getting buckets in that way, winning Rookie of the Month in May. So this is not like, some sort of hot take about the way that she's been playing at the WNBA level. And you look at her numbers. I mean, Angel Reese got a ton of credit for the double doubles a year ago. And while that's, terrific, Angel Reese was in comparison to Caitlin Clark a lot. So I think that allowed that to be amplified, if you will. And you look at Iriafen's numbers, she's leading all rookies in scoring, I believe, at 14.9 points and 9.9 rebounds. So basically averaging a double-double herself in her young career, shooting 51% from the floor. That's a big difference when you're talking about how she could be one of the best bigs, best forwards in the league. So I thought it was worth the recognition because if you're a Washington Mystics fan, you've now got a reason to care about the team and the future and where they could be rather than just kind of being there. Maybe you can be there eventually.